I get asked a lot for a definition of leadership, and then like how you figure out the distinctions of applying it into your life. So from my perspective, being a leader is about grooming and training other people to be leaders. So then if I define it that way, well, then the question is, how do you live that in your life? And I think a lot of people get confused between what a leader is versus what a boss is. So a lot of times in our businesses, in our lives, we take on that boss energy by telling people. So we tell, and we often don't listen. Whereas what a leader does is a leader actually steps in and really gets their hands dirty. So if, for example, if that's in a professional practice, if I'm going to apply that to leading my team versus being a boss of my team, a lot of times, my style in particular, but a lot of people out there, we want to tell our team what to do. Do it this way, here's the deadline, this is what I need. That's being a boss. Being a leader is often giving an example, being in it with them, talking about, here's what I'm asking you to do. What do you think about that? Could we talk about and give some examples of some language for a conversation about it? How can I help you with that? Let's do a beta test of that. If we apply something, give me feedback. What's working? What isn't working? So, there's a great thing that I put on my Instagram, which got a ton of comments and input on, where there's an image that basically a boss, if it's about pulling a big wagon, the boss is sitting in the wagon and the people on the team or others are pulling the wagon, versus a leader is actually out there pulling the wagon along with the others. So it's a very powerful distinction. And I think that the more we think about how to apply it, the more power we're going to have in our life. So what I mean by that is that as an example, as a strong professional woman, all too often we are in a position to tell. We need to get a lot of things done. We juggle a lot of things. So we are telling people what we need, or we're languaging things in a way that the outside world will call us bossy. And how do we just make sure we learn this distinction and apply this distinction in a very different way so that we are leading people? And that includes leading our team, leading our families, usually our significant others, and leading our kids and the organizations or groups and the things that we want to do in the community. So I think it's a very powerful distinction.